Welcome back to Treasure Theory, guys. I'm your host, Jordan, and today I thought we would just jump right into a market watch video. I wanted to look at what the recent cards from eBay have been selling for. We're going to go over quite a few interesting cards, and you know, the best part about these type of videos is that we see firsthand what people are actually buying right now, which I think is a super valuable thing to know because, you know, knowledge is power and all that sort of great stuff. Plus, I'm just personally curious to see what people are buying too, because it's one thing to go on TCG Player and look at the analytics, but it's another to see what somebody bought today, which we can see right here. Somebody bought this Whitebeard Alt Art card, and it's from the set from OP04 for $300 US, which is not too bad. This is a little bit of a Nightmare Fuel card, but you know, still a really unique card. Probably one of the more unique cards of Whitebeard, if I'm being honest with you. Oh, and before I forget, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And by the way, thank you all so much for 7,000 subscribers. My 1-year anniversary is actually in a few days, so I'll try and make a special video for that. But from the 20th to the 27th, using my code THEORY or pop it down in the description below for GamerSups is going to get you 20% off. So you got a week to get 20% off using my code. So if you want some GamerSups, be sure to click the link. And without any further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so somebody literally today at 8:39 a.m. bought this serialized Shanks for $13,200. Now, these serialized cards are, you know, it doesn't take a genius to realize that these are definitely sought after cards. If you can get your hands on any of these cards, I think it's the way to go. Now, do I suggest you buy the slabs as opposed to the raws? Of course not. But in the same breath, my strategy lately has been that I would rather buy the cards for a good price as long as they look mint than, you know, overpay for a slab. However, sometimes, you know, it is a little give or take. Sometimes I do just want to buy the slab because I have a specific goal in mind or whatever. But moving on, guys, somebody this morning also bought the Ace manga card for $3,300 US, which is about, like 4,100 Canadian. You know, not too bad of a buy. I do think manga cards are pretty swell, and, you know, obviously if you can get your hands on some of these guys, you're going to want it, especially for your investment portfolio or your collection. Now, this is also the OG Ace too, which makes it significant because we've got 2 Ace manga cards now, but, you know, this was the first one that came out from OP02. So, you know, older set, gonna be harder to get. Oh, also, just wanted to show you guys, I've been ordering a lot of cards still, even though I haven't been posting as much as I should be lately. We've been getting bombarded with a lot of snow and bad weather and school and stuff, so it's been a little hard for me, but managed to pick this up. So I'm only lacking 2 event cards now. I need the BOA event card from OP14. I need the Gear 2 one as well, and then I will have all of the event cards, which is super cool. But I also got the Kid SP from OP14 as well. I really wanted this card. I thought it was super undervalued, and honestly, it's just a fantastic looking card right there. I know Kid isn't everyone's favorite, but personally, I think Kid is still a pretty great character from the show and manga and deserves the attention. And I mean, just look at that, man. And like, that's the EB04 card as well. And I just want to take it in the back. Just look how nice the reflection is. Sorry, anyways, yeah, I've got some more cards coming in the mail soon, so I'll show those off later. Moving on, we've got the Manga Zoro Gem Mint PSA 10, okay? 2,082 population of PSA 10s, which means they're quite common, but to no one's surprise. But somebody bought this for $3,200 US. I mean, you know, honestly, not too bad. It is the OP06 one as well, which is good, you know. There's 2 versions, like the PRB one as well, but I think getting the original is obviously the best play you can go for. All right, so we've got the 4 OG posters. Now, they're not really the OG, but they're the first of this style. They were personally my favorites, selling for $2,100 US. It looks like it was a bid here. But honestly, you know, not too bad. We did see the wanted Luffy poster skyrocket up in price because, you know, he's got that Gear 5 main character tax, and then the Shanks kind of followed behind him a little bit. You know, I still think Buggy and Teach are just super underappreciated characters in the One Piece TCG. I think they're great characters, and honestly, I don't really know why their cards don't reflect that price, especially for some of them, but yeah, you know, not too bad of a price, honestly. You know, they're all PSA 10s as well, so that's definitely pretty good, especially if you're somebody that's trying to collect all the wanted posters too. Speaking of which, let's just look at the Luffy alone, seeing that for the majority of that price there, it's around $1,000 US, you know, $900, $1,000. And again, we can see there's a high PSA 10 population. But guys, you know, the majority of One Piece cards are printed so well that a lot of them do come out as 10s, which is great. Moving on, I wanted to look at some Japanese cards here. We've still got so many people interested in the English, but some people have been migrating to the Japanese because the prices are really crazy right now. And we can see here that we've got the gold Shanks from OP13, Japanese, of course, selling for $900 US, which is honestly pretty high. I mean, now this card alone in the English is like $3,000, and I think all of the gold ones are too, but not too bad for PSA 10. $900 US for that one. Pretty good. Next, we've got the OP13 Ace. This is the second manga Ace card that is out there. I'm personally chasing this card, if I'm being honest with you. I've been trying to get it for a good deal. Haven't really come across anything yet. Also, kind of not easy to find this card for some reason. But yeah, as we can see here, somebody bought this for $1,500. And when was this? They bought this morning. All of these have been this morning, by the way. These are all the most recent buys. But yeah, somebody bought this manga card for $1,500 US, PSA 10. Honestly, not too bad if you ask me. All right, so the controversial college basketball card is a PSA 10 here, sold for $650 USD. I mean, the prices dropped down a lot. Obviously, this card was totally being overinflated when it first came out. And I believe a bunch, weren't these stolen? Wasn't there a thing that happened recently where a bunch of these cards were stolen? Anyways, it's nice to see the price came down. I don't really think this is the nicest sports card that exists. It's not like the Dodgers card, but $650 USD, I mean, not too bad. I think that's fair for a PSA 10. Now we got the Cross Guild manga event card, one of the nicest, probably second to the Gum Gum Giant manga card if you ask me. I absolutely love the blue tinge on this card. It is just a fantastic card. Oh look, it's right here. I got it right here on my bookshelf. This is just a glorious manga card. It is absolutely fantastic. The texturing, the wording, everything on it, really great. Awesome card. Sold for $650 USD. I just find it absolutely insane. I really think the manga event cards are going to really explode over time because we're seeing now that Bandai keeps releasing new manga event cards. It's kind of just becoming like a new added chase. We've obviously seen it for a while now, and I really do hope they get a little more dynamic with the manga event cards because a lot of them are just kind of like action situations, like action poses, I guess, and obviously Cross Guild was more of a wanted poster phenomena thing that happened in the show and the manga. So it is a little different, but it's very expensive. I would like to see more of the manga event cards similar to the Shanks one where he's stop, we'll fight you or whatever it's called. Really nice stuff, but yeah, $650, not too bad. We've also got the pre-errata Opio 1 leader, Luffy, sold for $7,000 US. Now, if you're somebody that likes their pre-errata cards, I mean, I only wish you luck, Getting pre-errata cards is pretty difficult because, they're error print cards. But yeah, pre-errata cards, pretty cool, pretty expensive. So now we've got the Manga Buggy that sold for $2,500 USD at 2:37 a.m. I definitely think somebody was probably sipping on a couple of whiskeys when they bought this one. But yeah, $2,500. Wow. I mean, not too bad. You know what? Honestly, yeah, that's not too bad at all. I've been seeing a lot of the PSA 10 manga cards roughly selling for $35,000, $4,000, $5,000. Now, I know we're in a bit of a slump right now. Things have been kind of dropping a bit, especially slabs, but hey, not too bad. We've also got the Luffy anniversary card, the third anniversary, selling for $1,350. PSA 10, nice looking card. We've got the Shanks manga card that sold actually for almost $4,500 US. Now, this is the first manga card ever, so obviously it's going to have some aura to it, okay? But I'll be honest with you, I never really liked it. I was like, I want a different look for Shanks, but it's okay. We get it. He's the OG. We've got another signed Colleen Clickenbeard card, who's the voice actress of Luffy for the English, selling for $530. It was a bid too. Yeah, not too bad. We are seeing some people buying a lot more signed cards these days, which is interesting to see. This is a better looking Shanks, if you ask me. I like this Shanks. Also, this was the moment in the show where he's looking at Luffy's bounty, his wanted poster. So, significant moment. This card sold for $2,300 US. Now, this is from OP09. So, remember, OP09 is selling for $900 Canadian right now, which is $750 USD. So, insane stuff. honestly, not too bad of a price. Finally, we're getting into some SPs here with Zoro. This Zoro is a well sought after Zoro card, and I mean, totally understandable. And like, if I were to sell my entire collection and I could not get any like manga cards or treasure cup cards or anything like that, and I could only pick specific SPs, besides the gold and silver ones, because I'm already after them, it would probably be a full collection of these SPs here because they're just so good, man. They're just such great looking cards. But yeah, they sold for $810 US, which is like 1,1200 Canadian, which is crazy. All right, we've got the signature Oda Luffy card, $10,400 US. It was a bid, 32 bids actually. Happened yesterday at 9 p.m. So somebody's happy with that one. I think that's a pretty good price actually. I've been seeing this card selling for $20,000, so not too bad. Now, I hate this card, not because it's a bad card, but because I was trying to buy it off of somebody like months ago for like $300, and he was going to send it to me, and then something happened and he just couldn't do it anymore. I was super frustrated because like I knew this was going to be a big one, but we can see here that this card, the Top 64 Championships of 2025, sold for almost $3,000 US. And of course, it's a Treasure Cup card, guys. So, you know me, huge advocate for Treasure Cup cards. Really nice card. We've also got this Nami here from OPO1, $700 US, not too bad. We've got the Soccer Luffy card selling for $821 US. Now, there's not too many sports-related cards, and I think this was one of the first. But anyways, he's still fairly sought after, and yeah, not too bad of a price. Now, we've also got a PRBO1 Nami here selling for $3,200 US. Definitely a bit high, if you ask me. A bit of a high price, but, it is a PSA 10 manga card, and, it's got Nami, and Nami's looking pretty good, I understand. Waifu tech. We have got a Regionals Gear 5 Luffy selling for $366. I like these type of cards. I think that, they're related to the tournaments and stuff like that. I think they're fun to have. I personally think they're just nice little trophies to keep, but yeah, not too bad. And speaking of that, we've got more going on here. We've got this Zoro card, the top 16, from 2025 Regionals, selling for almost $7,000. Now, I've seen some people online trying to sell this, saying that apparently only like 120 exist in like perpetuity, which is crazy to think about, which might explain why the prices are so high. But yeah, crazy stuff. We also got the top 64 Luffy from one of the more recent tournament. I believe the tournament this summer was when this card came out. But yeah, really high for a top 64, but $2,600 USD. That's really high. We've also got the Zoro Juro here, the 2025-2026 Championship Event Pack, selling for $600 US. I have this card. It's a really nice card. I love the stamp, the fire with the hat. It's great. Great stuff. Silver Monkey D. Luffy SP selling for $3,700 USD. What is that? It's about $5,000 Canadian. You know what? And it's a PSA 9. So think about that for a second. But, it is a grail. I think if you could even get a PSA 9 of this, it would be great. Obviously, PSA 10 is the way to go. But I like 9s too. I find a lot of people don't appreciate 9s enough. 9s are still pretty good, okay? But you want to make sure you're not getting gypped. Next, we've got a pre-errata Law card that sold for $635 USD. Obviously, significantly cheaper than the Luffy one we looked at earlier. But hey, pre-errata cards are super nice to have. And if you're after the OG ones, Law may be the way to go, if you ask me. But yeah, not too bad. We've got the EBO2 Luffy, Gear 2 Luffy, selling for $6,600 USD. Now, I knew from the beginning that this card was going to do well. Same with the Sanji. Same with Chopper. I mean, EB sets are really low print, okay? And I knew when EBO2 came out that this was going to be a really difficult card to get. Regretting I didn't buy it, but to be quite honest with you, it was already kind of expensive off the get-go. And it has only gone up since, but $6,600. That's like $8,000 Canadian. Probably more. So, insane. Absolutely insane. We've got the Dodgers Luffy card selling for $2,100 USD. I found this card has steadily stayed within this range. As long as the Dodgers does well, I suppose this card will maintain its price, but, we'll have to wait and see. We've got the Gear 2 manga event card selling for $500 USD. Pretty expensive manga event card if you ask me, but I'm personally after it. But it's a really great looking card. And actually, I've heard a lot of people say that because this card is so expensive, this is kind of a nice runner-up to have in their collection. So totally understandable. And of course, we've got the most recent manga card from OP14, Mihawk here, selling for $1,600 US. Fair price. People are trying to sell this standard $1,600 Canadian, which is like $1,100 US. I'm so sorry if I'm off with my guesses here. I'm not accurate with it, but you know, I think that's okay. I think for a manga card, it's decent price right there. And guys, that is it. We went through the last 2 days of what people have been buying on eBay, and boy, oh boy, is there some serious money out there. But guys, I hope you did enjoy this video. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. A video should pop on the screen, and I shall see you over there.